hear me out. I don't hate Shogun. I actually think it had really good potential, and I was really excited every week when it's supposed to come out. But I honestly really don't like it. I don't hate it. It does do some things well that I like. The casting is good, and I think it's cool that it was a book turned into a movie. They did a really good job with Dune, which is a good example of that. Some of the plot twists are interesting. The story is good. The time period is cool, and the setting and cinematography is really good. Everybody that worked on the sets, the clothing, accessories, weapons, all that stuff looks really, really cool. And I even at first thought the ending was good, but then the more I think about it and write this script, I hate it, actually. And I know some people will disagree with me or hating on me for hating on the show, but this is just how I process the show. Let's get into why Shogun actually sucks. Real quick, I do have some merch, some shirts and things. I'll throw here some. If you would like to go buy one or just go look at them, that'd be pretty cool too. Thank you, Shogun. Bye. The Shogun has a strong start. They just throw you into Japan, into this story, and they establish some of the important characters early on. You got John Blackthorn. He's there. He does a couple things. He saves this ship in a big storm. This grants him passage to Osaka Castle. They make it clear that he's important. He's the only white guy. So I think his character arc is predictable. He's a pirate and he's gonna conform to his surroundings and become like this great guy. And he does this selfishly just to be able to. He does this just go back to his hometown, England. But every time he gets rejected, the more you realize that he's just never leaving. And I know it's all part of this grand master plan that we are supposed to see, but it just doesn't make the concept any better at all. And it goes kind of the same route with Mariko, where we're told she has a really bad past and her family is dishonorable, and she's done okay. To be fair, we did find out what her dad did, and it's pretty bad. But it never felt like that was really projected on her by anybody but herself, her husband, and I guess sometimes Toranaga, but that's neither here nor there. But there are so many times where you could tell that she was not going to live in this show just based off of the fact of her wanting to go and just unalive herself so many times. So you know she's gonna die. And the way she dies actually makes me mad too. I know she wanted to die, and the purpose of her sacrificing herself and all that was to send a message, but like, she could have hid. She did not have to stand in front of that door. There was no reason for her to stand in front of that door. Anyways, there was never a happy ending for Mariko and John in the books. That was pretty obvious because they just build up the stakes, try and make you care about it, and just did not care about any of them, honestly. They could have all died. I would have been fine with that too. So lots of these characters I just don't really care for. Yabashige, he's kind of a bitch, honestly. And he dies for it. He's kind of a cuck. And who's really a cuck is actually Omi, because this guy, he's with a profitable tea house worker, and he's ugly. Anyways, Toranaga's son, this is Nagakado. He has a painful death because he just feels the need to prove himself, and the only thing he really proves is that he has absolutely no grip when it starts raining. And he also has like a teenage cliche of being rebellious and stupid and the need to prove himself, which sucks because his dad is so cool. He could have been a really cool character, but he actually is just more of an annoying me. Now, one of the only characters I don't have a gripe with is Hiromatsu, because he's actually really smart, thoughtful, and his death is pretty impactful, I'll say, even though he tells his son, Buntaro, I said that wrong, I said that so wrong, that he can't die though. He can't commit the unalive, which honestly made me even more mad because, I'll be honest, I was waiting on this man to die every single episode. I am a certified Buntaro hater. He stays in the village. He fights an entire village at the docks because they're leaving him, and he somehow survives. And then of course he's like a hero now because he survives. But I thought he was gonna die. I was like, let's go. We got him out of here early. But of course he didn't. It's okay because a white dude took his woman anyways, and I wanted him to suffer. Honestly, I don't even care. I hated him so much. I know that's the point. I don't even care. Let's just speed round just some of these side characters, some of the rest of these characters. So, Father Martin, he got a dumbass haircut. Miraji, he's an undercover spy. No way, I didn't know that. Ishido is he's kind of just desperate, honestly, because he's just desperate for a woman's touch, and he isn't as good at Toranaga as playing both sides and hiding the fact that his castle is a prison, and the other regions in the show are just there, honestly. They fill in space for the Shogun vote. They're honestly just there to be swayed. They are kind of useless, honestly. And now that I'm done hating every single character, the only thing that I actually didn't think was too predictable about the entire show was the real ending. I was excited to see a big war scene, everybody going in, killing each other, but we didn't get that. And I was kind of okay with it at first because if the ending was better, I was okay with no war scene. But his Toranaga's big Grandmaster plan actually looked pretty good on paper. And I found this post on Reddit. Reddit, I know, but it does explain everything very well about the story and what was supposed to be going on because I did not understand it at all. I'll be honest. But it makes it look good, but I just don't think it translated very well because you sit down, put an hour a week into watching this show, and then maybe another 30 minutes to an hour watching some videos to get context, breakdowns, and stuff like that. And it honestly did not help still. It's kind of bad when you have to have a Reddit post explain what happened in a show to know what happened in a show. Anyways, if you like the show, that's cool. I'm glad you did. I'm sure you understood it more clearly than I did. I just have a small brain, I guess. But I just had a lot of problems with it that I couldn't see past really. Just felt like there was a lot of buildup for a really exciting ending, and then that just didn't happen. So it really didn't exceed the expectations that I'd set for it, and maybe that's just my fault, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought. And I just got asked, was there a fake ending? Because I swear, when the episode ended with Toranaga's son dying, I didn't see any more episodes coming out. So I thought that was the last episode. I don't know. Am I just stupid? Anyways, buy the merch if you like it, subscribe and all that. Let me know what you thought of Shogun, if you agree with me that Shogun actually sucks. And I'm glad I remembered my YouTube password.